Bonjour and welcome to Short Stories in French by HFF. To download the transcript to this episode, head to patreon.com/shortstoriesinfrench by HFF. Read along whilst you listen and see the English translation. There are also questionnaires and bonus learning materials. Let's begin! Hi! Today is a different episode because I'm going to give you some advice on how to learn and retain French vocabulary. Have you ever struggled to recall the French words you've studied when you need them most? It's annoying, isn't it? But there's a way to remember vocabulary forever. Think about how effortlessly children pick up language. They're not poring over vocabulary lists. They're absorbing whole phrases, complete with context and emotion. They listen, they mimic, they experiment. That's the secret to building an active vocabulary that flows naturally in conversation. So how can we tap into this childlike learning ability as adults? It's not about memorizing isolated words. It's about capturing the essence of communication. You should focus on quality over quantity. The size of your vocabulary doesn't measure true fluency, but your ability to express yourself with confidence and clarity. Let's take the French word manquer as an example. Instead of learning manquer means to miss, learn it through vivid context. Let's take an example from the episode 39 of this podcast. Dans mon panier, j'ai déjà de quoi préparer plein de bons petits plats. Mais il me manque encore quelques courses essentielles. My basket is full of ingredients for some delicious meals, but I'm still missing a few essential groceries. Notice how manquer doesn't translate directly. Il me manque encore quelques courses essentielles. Translated literally would be, he is missing to me still some errands essential. But you wouldn't say that, would you? French sentence structure often differ from English. That's why context is important. By learning the highest frequency phrases and sentences, you train your brain to think in French, not just translate word for word. Make learning an adventure. When you encounter a new expression, imagine a scenario where you might use it. Listen to stories that uses the expressions. You can also try to narrate your daily activities in French. Keep a journal. The more you actively engage with the language, the more it becomes a part of you. Creating visual associations is also one of the most effective methods for remembering French vocabulary. For instance, I use flashcards where I pair a strong image with each phrase I hear and want to memorize. For example, I would read a simple book in a language I am learning. For me, it was English. Then, in my scrapbook, I will take a photo, either from the book or from somewhere else, and add it next to the sentence I wanted to learn from the book. For you, I recommend start reading Le Petit Prince if you haven't already. The more actively you engage with the language, the more it becomes an integral part of yourself. By following these principles, you will quickly notice your passive vocabulary transforming into active and fluent expressions in your everyday conversations. Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Au revoir!